Hello, my name is Patrick Halladay. I am an Education Project Manager with the Vermont Agency of Education. We thank you for your interest in the Vermont State Plan and the Every Student Succeeds Act. This video will be looking at the section of the plan addressing supporting excellent teachers. A brief reminder that this is just an overview of that section, and before submitting public comment, we strongly encourage you to read the section in its entirety so you are aware of the details that are contained there. In this section, we'll be looking at three different topics. One is educator development, retention, and advancement. The second is supports for educators through the Title IIA section of the law. And third is the Educator Equity Plan. Under development, retention, and advancement, we'll begin with a discussion of licensure. Vermont has a two-tiered licensure system, an initial level 1 license and an advanced level 2 license. The Vermont Standards Board for Professional Educators sets the standards needed to achieve a license, and it's the Agency of Education who's responsible for enacting those standards. Moving to teacher education, the results-oriented program approval process, or ROPA, has a responsibility of making a recommendation for accreditation for any institute of higher education who would like to operate a teacher education program able to recommend for initial licensure. ROPA makes an on-site visit and makes a recommendation to the Vermont Standards Board, who makes a final program approval decision. Finally, looking at educator evaluation, while there's no single mandated evaluation model for teachers or administrators in Vermont, the AOE does assess local evaluation systems, and all local supervisory unions and districts are required to have an evaluation system. Title IIA provides supports for professional learning for educators through the Every Student Succeeds Act. Title IIA investments must be aligned with the Education Quality Standards, and it's responsibility of the Agency of Education to monitor the use of those, those investments to make sure that they're consistent with the quality standards. New to this plan is the proposed professional learning series. The Agency of Education is proposing to withhold or allow 3% of Title IIA funds at the state level to create a professional learning series aimed at leaders of schools who have been identified for comprehensive improvement or other school leaders to focus on school improvement. And finally, we'll look at the Educator Equity Plan. In 2015, all states were required to submit an Educator Equity Plan, and Vermont's plan set a goal of reducing gaps in rates of ineffective teachers for historically marginalized students. And by ineffective teachers, we're talking about teachers who are either inexperienced or teaching out of field. In Vermont, a rural student living in poverty is most likely to have an ineffective teacher, and we'd like to ameliorate that gap by promoting effective hiring practices in rural high-poverty schools, improving professional opportunities in those schools, and improving the working conditions in those schools. Again, my name is Patrick Halladay. I'm an Education Project Manager at the Agency of Education. If you have any questions, I encourage you to get in touch with me via email or phone. And please remember to look at this entire section of the state plan before public comment, and we do welcome and look forward to reviewing that comment. Thank you very much.